What's up guys, Houston here, and for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. Now today's video is another strategy video to building business credit as well as personal credit using secured credit cards. Now the video is the best secured credit cards graduate to the unsecured. Now like I said, you're going to go from personal credit to business credit. I'm going to show you these strategies how to leverage secured credit cards to do this. And for those of you that's been following me for a while, again, salute. I really appreciate the support. Now here's the interesting thing about it. A lot of people, they just write up and they tell you about secured cards that graduate to unsecured card. However, I'm going to give you a strategy that not only is going to help you build up your personal credit while leveraging secured cards, but it's also going to help you build up your business credit, and where you don't have to always think about if I have a PayDex score or a Dun & Bradstreet in order to build a business credit. I promise you, just focus on what I'm telling you, and you'll walk you through it, everything, and I promise you, you'll be able to build up not only personal credit, but as well as business credit funding also. Now, let's jump into it. The first one we're going to be talking about is BOFA, okay? Bank of America Secured, okay? Now, with Bank of America Secured Credit Card, here's the thing about it. Why am I choosing this? One thing about Bank of America Secured, okay? It goes from $300 up to $4,900, okay? That's how much you can deposit on a secured credit card. And it graduates after 12 months, all right? Now, again, like I said, we're going to be focusing on building not only personal credit, but business credit. Now, I would tell you, when you get in a secured credit card with Bank of America, not only do you want to open up a personal bank account, but also a business bank account. So the money that you're putting on your secured credit card, what you can do to start some of the transactions is make weekly deposit into your business bank account. This is how you help get the ball rolling, even if you have bad credit, to start building your business credit up at the same time. Okay, so with the Bank of America, it goes anywhere from $300 to $4,900. Now here's another thing about Bank of America. Even before you get the secured card, you may want to see if you get a pre-approval on a regular credit card. So they do have a system that can allow you to see if you do a pre-approval. Now if you don't do the pre-approval, again, I would say start with the secured credit card, open up the personal bank account, then open up the business bank account. And the money that you put on the secured credit card, I would make weekly deposits of $25 to $50 a week. Okay. Also, one of the things you have to remember about your secured credit cards, like I said, the amount of money you want to spend is keeping it below 30%. However, like I said, if you need to use the whole amount, make sure that you're making weekly payments on your secured credit card, okay? So the more accounts and the stronger the relationship you have with Bank of America, again, even though it says 12 months, they periodically look at your account to see the activity, the on-time payments and stuff. They may graduate you sooner than the 12 months, all right? So that's the first one, the Bank of America Secured Credit Card. Now, the second one is BBVA. Okay, now with the BBVA, understand that the BBVA is a bank that's not all over the United States. So there's only a handful of states they're in. However, this is what you need to do and consider if you're trying to leverage BBVA. All right, now with the BBVA secured card, they have the secured card for, you start at $500. All right, then it graduates after 12 months, all right? And then here's why I like it in terms of leveraging to build business credit. BBVA, they have a business secured credit card as well, okay? So if you with BBVA, you open up your personal bank account, your business bank account, your secured credit card, and your business credit card, right? So then you deposit money from your secured account over to your business bank account, then transfer that money over to your business credit card. So you can have a circle or a cycle going on with money. Again, like I said, making sure that you're doing it at $25, $50 increments a week. The more activity you have on the account, the faster it gets the opportunity to graduate from a secured card over to an unsecured credit card. Okay, so that's the reason I like BBVA, because they give you more opportunities to not only build up your personal credit, but you're also building up your business credit. Now you may say, well, Houston, why am I doing this, and why am I not using net 30s or Dun & Bradstreet? Here's the thing about it. I never tell people that Dun & Bradstreet is a bad company, okay? Or buying net 30s is a bad idea. The thing about it, I'm teaching you how to actually build a relationship with the financial institutions that's going to issue you the money, okay? So that's where you want to be. Like if you buying from Granger, Citi, Uline and stuff like that, in terms of like business funding and stuff, that capital you can deposit into your business bank account to build up your business credit much faster instead of buying those net 30s, okay? So that's the reason you want to go directly to the source instead of walking all the way around the corner just to get to the same place. All right, so that's the reason that I'm telling you, using this here strategy will give you a much faster result than using net 30s or Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, not saying that they're not necessary, but in terms of business funding, this strategy will give you more leverage much faster. Okay, so let's go on to number 3. Okay, Navy, Fed, nRewards. Okay, now I made the video in terms of showing you how to leverage Navy Federal. I put a link in the description or on the video so you can see that video as well. But also leveraging Navy Federal when you open up your personal account, then also opening up a business account, right? So then you got the Navy Fed nRewards secured card. And again, the good thing about it, like I said, they want you to put in about $200. So in terms of when does it switch over to a regular credit card, it's usually average about 6 months. Now, again, recycling money. Once you open up your Navy Federal account, setting up your business or your company, then opening up your business account with Navy Federal, okay? Now, if you having issues or don't know how to set up your corporation and stuff, click the link in the description, set up a consultation with 3-Way Funding. We'll walk you through it. As a matter of fact, we offer the service to do it for you. Okay, now also with Navy Federal, they have a pre-approval process as well. Again, the video that I made actually explains about the pre-approval process. I also actually explain how to, I also explain how you can actually become a member of Navy Federal even if you're not military. Okay, so I did explain that in another video. Like I said, I'll put that video in the link or in the description so you can get access to that, okay? Now, here's number 4. This is interesting. Capital One. Okay, now, granted, Capital One, here's the thing of why I do appreciate what Capital One does, okay? Their credit card limit starts at $200, but you can start with paying $49, $99, or the $200. All right. Now, if you're on a fixed income, Capital One will allow you to do it in installments of $20, starting at $20. Okay. They'll let you start at installments of $20, but you have to have, once you get approved for the secured card. Okay. Once you get approved for the secured card, you have to have that $200 paid within that 35 days. Okay, that's what they expect. Now, you probably ask, well, what about the business side of things? Here's the business side of things as well. Now, if you have Capital One, opening up a business bank account, okay? And then see, can you qualify for their Spark Cash, okay? Now, remember, I told you in a Capital One video I made and talking about the requirements, okay? Let me slow down. When I talked about the Capital One account, I was telling you about the different requirements and everything. Well, here's something that they did, all right? If you set up a business bank account and you qualify for the Capital One Spark Cash business card, it will no longer be reporting on your personal credit, because Capital One has the history of they're going to report your business card on the personal credit and the business credit. Well, now, and so what happens, say that you max out that business credit card, that affects your personal credit in the utilization, right? Well, with what they just did, and this is for new open accounts, okay? What they did for new accounts moving forward, okay, if you get qualified for the Capital One Spark business, okay, yes, they're going to pull all 3 credit bureaus, all right? However, when you start using the card, it will not report on your personal credit. So if you max out the card, as long as you continue paying on the card, it won't affect your personal credit. So that's the great thing about what Capital One did. But again, it also gives you that leverage that you need in terms of not only just building up personal credit, but also building up the business credit. Now, in terms of when does it graduate? Now, they periodically 6 months, okay? Excuse me. Periodically 6 months, all right? So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. Sorry about that, guys. That's the thing you have to keep in mind. So give it 6 months, but like I said, if you open up the personal account, the business account, and you start making your deposits, once you get your security card, taking the money from your security card, depositing to your business bank account, then taking the business money from the business bank account, depositing back onto your security card, you have money recycling. And again, if you use the card, making sure you make the weekly payments on it. This is very important because, again, all the credit bureaus, this is why I'm telling you to make weekly payments, because the credit bureaus, they don't all report at the same time. So that's the reason that your credit scores, you may have a 740 over here, a 760 over here, and a 720 over here. It's because they're not picking up all the data at the same time. But if you make your payments on a weekly basis, when they report and stuff, it will show a lower amount and you have more accuracy in the reporting, okay? So that's the reason that I'm telling you to make the weekly payments, all right? Now, let's go to number 5. Number 5, you have Citi. Citi MasterCard. Now, with the Citi MasterCard, here's the thing about it. It's $200, okay? Now, here's the interesting thing about it. They said between 12 to 18 months on the Citi, right? But at the same time, I like Citi is because you have a higher threshold, okay? So remember I told you in terms of Citi, just say that I'm going to teach you a strategy. So pay attention to this strategy, and I promise you no one ever explained this to you if they even had the opportunity. Say that now with Citi, they don't usually offer a secure card supposedly to people with bad credit. They want to deal with people with no credit or limited credit, right? Now I want you to stick with me because this is a strategy I promise you nobody ever showed you, but I'm going to show it to you today. So guarantee you, you can put money on this one. If you do it right, it'll work for you. Okay? Now, they usually want you to be about maybe I think they said maybe about a 640. Well, to get a Citi secured. But again, some people have got it with less than that. All right. But here's the strategy. Say that, okay, you just so happen to get approved for the Citi Home Depot. Okay, Home Depot card. And say that they gave you, just say, $500, right? So say that, okay, before you even went over to Citi, you was already approved for a Home Depot card for $500 and you had a low credit score. All right. Now, here's the thing. What if you was to buy a Visa gift card at Home Depot? Say a couple Visa gift cards at Home Depot, about $300. Okay. Then you take that $300. Remember, you're using their money, not your money, right? Because you got approved for the Home Depot. So you're not even coming out of pocket to actually do this. So you got a Home Depot card for $500. You used it and got some Visa gift cards, right? For $300. Okay. So that $300, you deposit it into your secured card. You're using their money. That's the thing about it. This is what I mean about strategy and thinking. You're using their money. Okay, now pay attention. All right. So you made the deposit there, right? Now you open up the personal account. You open up the business account. You put the money, or you can put the money from that Home Depot card, put it into your business account, then take the money from your business account and put it into your secured credit card, then take the secured credit card payment to make your Home Depot payment. So you're recycling their money, not your money, their money. You get it? Nobody's explaining this. This is what I mean about three-way funding. We actually talk about strategy. This is strategy, people. So when you're broke and you can only get the basics, this is how you leverage strategy. All right? So again, like I said, make your weekly payments. If you're able to make $20, $15, just make weekly payments on that card. But again, recycling the money, right? And you're using actually their money. Okay? Now, understanding, like I said, they said with the secured card, it takes about 12 to 18 months. However, here's what's happening. You're still building up your business credit and you're building up your personal credit at the same time. This is what's so exciting about this, because nobody ever said, hey, you don't got no money here, let me show you what to do. Right? And this is one of the strategy I was thinking about putting in the book. But I think you all need to know this strategy, because I think now you all say, wait a minute, I have an opportunity to actually start a business and restore my personal credit. All right. Now let's go on to number 6. Okay. Number 6 is Wells Fargo. Okay. Now with the Wells Fargo secured card, here's the thing about it. It goes anywhere from $300 to $10,000. Okay, $300 to $10,000. Now, I always tell people, when you're doing secured cards, you always want to do the max. All right. So then, with Wells Fargo, again, what do Wells Fargo have that some of the other banks don't have? Again, they offer a secured business card, which I'm gonna say something. One banker told a client that they are no longer offering that product. So I don't know if it's because of a regional thing or if it's going to be nationwide. But I didn't call to verify that, but I know that at this time they're still offering, but someone in another region of the country said that they're not able to get this card. So again, I don't know if it's just a regional thing or a statewide thing that's supposed to happen. But we're going to just say assume that they still offer it nationwide, okay? Let's just say, and maybe they had some information that wasn't accurate, okay? So with the Wells Fargo, with your Secured card, again, opening up your personal account, your business account. Now you're putting your money in the Secured card, then transferring that money over into your business bank account, then also then transferring that money over to your Secured business account, business credit card. Secure your business account and then into your Secured business credit card. Again, here's something that I continue to say. Now, Wells Fargo does not report to Dun & Bradstreet. No, they do not. Okay. However, the activity you use with your business bank account and your business credit card, that information will get picked up by other business credit card companies. It may not be the major credit card companies, but other credit card companies will pick this information up. Excuse me, credit reporting bureaus will pick this information up. So don't let, because they don't report to Dun & Bradstreet, discourage you, because that's not the way you want to look at this. You want to look at this as you still building the personal credit as well as the business credit, okay? So that's the reason you want to look at it like that. In terms of when do they convert the Secured over to the unsecured? Now, the Secured converts over to the unsecured. They say about 12 months, all right? But again, depends on how much activity you have going on. You may be able to convert this much sooner, because I think once you get to a 640, you can do a pre-approval. Like Wells Fargo, Citibank, Capital One, Navy Federal, Bank of America, they do pre-approvals. So as your credit score gets stronger, you can always do a pre-approval, means a soft pull, to see if you're ready to qualify for a credit card. So you unsecured credit card, so you can graduate much sooner than this time frame. All right, so that's the reason that you want to leverage these here financial institutions. Now, let's talk about number 7. U.S. Bank, all right? And granted, U.S. Bank is another bank that's not all over the country. But for those that are able to get into U.S. Bank, it's from $300 to $5,000. Okay? Now, again, I like U.S. Bank. The reason I've been banking with U.S. Bank for, wow, almost 10 years. Okay, and they've been very generous to me. Like I said, talking about a couple $100,000 generous. So I like them. I like the way that they operate, because most of the time on the credit cards, the interest rates are higher, but they do offer a promotion every 6 months so you can get a lower interest rate on your credit card. But I like them because they automatically give you credit line increases. So the more you use your accounts and stuff, the more you make your deposits and stuff, they give you the increases every 6 months. So this is why you want to work with a U.S. Bank if you have a U.S. Bank in your area. Okay, again, setting up a personal account, setting up a business account, getting the Secured card, then taking the money from the Secured card, depositing it into your business checking account. Again, you're doing that to build up the business credit. Okay, that's the reason that you're doing it, because the reason you want the business funding versus most of the personal funding, because you'll get more capital. Okay, and most of the time people, they're thinking about starting a business anyway, right? Or the opportunity may come up where they may have a real estate deal that they want to be a part of, or they may want to invest into somebody else's deal, or they may want to invest in the stock market or something, right? So with you being able to build up your business credit and getting qualified for business credit funding and stuff, it gives you the leverage, so that way if you max out your business credit cards and you keep your low DTI under your personal credit cards, then you're able to get more credit on the personal side as well as the business side. And then the cards you max out on the business side, again, it won't affect the personal credit, but that capital can be used to do some of your investments like real estate. May want to buy a car for Toro. Again, you may want to do the stock market, Forex trading and stuff like that, but you don't want it to hurt your personal credit. So that's the reason you want to work both sides at the same time. Now, there are other secured credit cards out there, but the reason I'm picking these because these are directly tied to major banks that you can open up business bank accounts with. That way you can get business credit funding as well as personal credit funding. So that's the reason that you want to do this, okay? So here's the last one. Now, excuse me, let me go back to the U.S. Bank. So at U.S. Bank, they do 6 months, and then plus they also do a pre-approval. So while you're building up your credit using the secured card and deposit money from the secured card over to your business bank account, then take the money from the business bank account to deposit back onto your secured credit card, again, utilizing. Then if you're utilizing this secured credit card, making your weekly payments and stuff, look at all of this activity that's happening. Okay, this is what they want. This is what financial institutions, they want to actually see you utilizing all of this activity with these accounts. The more accounts you have, the more activity, the more money that they see that, hey, he can handle this. Okay, so that's why you want this leverage. Now, number 8, and this is the last one. It's a FNO, the First National Bank of Omaha. Now, Omaha, the First National Bank of Omaha, they finna really get into the game, okay? Now, here's the cool thing about them. All right, so they do a $300 deposit on secured cards up to $5,000, okay? Then they convert at 11 months. Now, here's the neat thing about it. Guess what they offer? They offer secured business credit cards, right? So again, you're talking about recycling money, opening up a personal account and a business bank account, doing a secured card as well as a secured business card, okay? Again, having all of this activity going on of recycling money. This is how you actually play the game. This is how you build that foundation of stability. So you're a person that's starting with bad credit. Say that you working at McDonald's or something. You have bad credit. Or say that you're doing DoorDash or Instacart or something. You have bad credit, but you want to be able to not only build up your personal credit as well as build your company. First of all, if you're doing like independent contract work like DoorDash, Uber, and Lyft and stuff like that, you should be operating under your EIN. So again, if you have questions and need help with setting up your corporation properly, for that, click the link and check out 3-Way Funding, schedule a consultation. Now, again, leveraging, okay, the EIN, leveraging the business so that you'll be able to get more funding. All of this is about is a money game. This is a money game, but there's a strategy to the money game, and I'm giving you the simplest ways to do it. I promise you, following the steps I tell you, I don't care. Again, if you dropped out of high school and you worked at McDonald's, if you follow my strategy, I promise you, within 2 to 3 years, you should be hitting at least 6 figures, because I'm showing you not only how to build up the personal credit, but how to build up the business credit, okay? And this is the simplest strategy to do it, especially when you have challenging credit or bad credit and you need to restart, okay? So you want to start with the financial institution, but still build up the business credit side. So once your credit score keeps going up, once you hit that 680 mark, the game's over, because you're already establish relationship with these financial institutions. You made your deposits. You utilize the accounts and stuff. This is the stuff that you want to show that, hey, I know how to manage money. I know how to manage credit and stuff, so that they'll be able to give you more.